Hello everybody and welcome to G4G on YouTube. Today we're taking a look at a game that was just released today globally, even though people have been part of the playtest for some time on this one. It is Marvel's Mystic Mayhem. I've been waiting for this one for a bit. Haven't managed to land any of the playtests. I did get an APK at one point in the past, but I didn't really try to do the whole like change my location so I could play it like I was in the Philippines and stuff like that. I didn't go ham on this one, so all of this is brand new to me. You can see it's going through the first setup over here after installing and unzipping and everything. So we're gonna dedicate about, I don't know, like 20 minutes or so to see what this is like. So give me 1 second to log in and we'll be right back. Alright, so we've got the login out of the way and it's time to start this game. Let's see what this thing is about. I mean, I've known that it's going to be coming for quite some time now, but I know very little about it. I have not seen much of the gameplay. I've heard it might get a little on the gacha side, but let's find out.
Not on my watch, Dream Demon.
Yep, that's a common Doctor Strange voice actor. That's Liam, aka Illidan, from World of Warcraft.
Awaken this dimension's defenders and steel their wills against fear.
I like that Marvel games lately have been very consistent with the voice actors. You can go to Rivals.
Creepy crawlies, or whatever they are.
You can go to
These dark creatures seem so familiar.
Future Revolution before it was cancelled. You can go to a lot of games where Doctor Strange is voice acted, and you can hear Liam. He's doing it, and he's doing it consistently. I think that's kind of awesome.
By the all-seeing Agamotto.
Of course, in Rivals, if you play it, it's like by the eye of Ashanto.
I strike at the heart of this madness. The way is open. Go now.
I think the Scarlet Witch voice actress might be the same as Rivals.
All right, Nightmare, come out and face us.
Fools! I am the master of this realm. You are no match for me here. If even a shred of fear lingers in your heart, and it always does with you mortals, I will turn it into your prison.
Oh, I didn't want to skip that. I was clicking on the frame of BlueStacks and it went and skipped the rest of that intro. That sucks. Okay. So we've got Scarlet Witch, we've got Moon Knight, we've got a sort of a rune-inscribed Hulk.
Each of you possesses unique skills. Work together and we'll win this battle.
Even the music, so if you go back to the Marvel Avengers Alliance generation of games, everything sort of had that original Marvel Avengers music, the first movie, 2012 and everything. The games really leaned into that kind of S.H.I.E.L.D. music and everything. Now, what I'm hearing from this music, definitely, it reminds me of Rivals quite a bit. So, again, points to having some unity there among some of the modern games.
Who's next?
Spend mana to use skills in the dreamscape.
Alright, so are we gonna be looking at a card battler or something?
Have enough mana for a skill.
Alright, so I get to pick where the ability goes.
Chaos, heed my call!
Maybe single target with a little bit of splash. Tapping is another way to use a skill. Oh wow, that was like instant. Okay. Scarlet Witch over there.
Eat this!
Are we gonna get anything from Moon Knight? Alright, so Hulk is hitting a pretty big area on this one. This will be interesting to see. We'll wipe him out, alright.
We are close. Do not let up.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Didn't you have an accent?
It's an illusion. You mortals are so gullible. You lost the second you set foot in the dreamscape.
This big bad might actually be an effective big bad over here.
You thought you were chasing me. You can't even hurt me.
Kind of reminds me of Mark Hamill.
I've had my eye on you this whole time.
I don't think it is, but man, if this game landed Mark Hamill for that voice, that would be amazing. I would love that. The moon haunts you. Moon Knight is a total douche in Rivals, by the way. The amount of damage he could put out in about like 2 seconds is incredible and very surprising when you're caught off guard. Are we fighting a boss already? Wow, okay. It should kick our ass. I mean, it's a level 45.
Chaos, heed my call!
Alright, wow, she did really solid
Your
damage
ultimate
there.
moves have been unlocked. Use them wisely, for they can change the tide of battle.
Okay, thanks, Illidan. Let's see if we can focus on this hand over here. Why? This should be a heal, but it's got a weird target over there. Can I get it over here?
I'll destroy everything!
Weird. Why is Hulk healing? Still working on this hand. Alright, so that hand is dead.
Eat this!
Okay, so even though the hand was animated all the way to the right, aiming at the left, which is where it's supposed to spawn from, still hit him.
You're about to learn the meaning of magic!
I don't think that Moon Knight is the Marvel Rivals Moon Knight. Alright, so he's got a buff. Let's see what we get out of this. Attack speed, cool.
Chaos, heed my call!
Is that considered a win? Because we did the 2 hands. I was expecting the body to open up for damage. Maybe that's what we're gonna get? Or we're just gonna kind of hang up in this weird... a crash. Real? Oh, okay. Not a crash. Just kind of hung up there.
But you're trapped in your worst nightmare. The one where you lose!
When mortals fall to restless dreams, and both realms
Kind of sounds like
ring with
Liam again, like
heroes'
Liam trying to
screams.
do a different voice.
The prophecy has come true.
You're too late, Strange. Soon all of reality will be within my grasp.
No!
It does sound like Hamill. It sounds like Hamill if he
must
took
be
about
something
14,
else.
15 years
Something
off
I can
of him.
do.
Per the somnolent accords of Agamotto, there is. As your great predecessor once foretold, Sorcerer Supreme, there is much work to do.
The situation must be dire indeed if it brings a sleepwalker from the mindscape to the waking world.
Nightmare's forces have invaded reality. Heroes are caged by their own fear,
what
exactly
the
as
artifact is
Agamotto
gonna
once
be.
predicted. This is what I've trained for.
He's read the trade. Alright, so a little bit of humor already. That's
You
pretty
speak
cool.
of the Dreamweaver.
Don't make me start singing Dreamweaver from the 70s.
Yes, it's here in the Sanctum.
With the Dreamweaver, we can access the dreamscape remotely. Find our trapped
Are we getting
companion.
our base hub now?
The shadow key I brought was a gift from Agamotto.
Or like a level selector, maybe? I feel like something like that's coming. And
No
again,
bad
seems
dream
to
is
maybe
match
pause
for
a little
these
bit.
fists. Put me back! Nightmare's still got moot.
I saw you in the dreamscape. You were losing. Better to
Does this
withdraw
little
and
emblem
think
on his
than
cloak
rush
sort of
back in
remi-
like a
it's-
fool.
Nova or Darkhawk? This kind of looks a little familiar to me. I think it kind of reminds me of what Nova wears.
Uh-oh. Am I interrupting something?
Storm? I bet it's gonna be Storm.
There's
No,
hordes
Misty
of
Knight.
monsters outside from here to Hell's Kitchen. Thought I'd hop on over and ask
Interesting to
what's going
see Misty Knight in a game. I feel like this is a character we've not seen for a while. She is in Marvel Strike Force. She's on a team that's kind of been dead and buried at this point, and she is a card in Snap who goes along with a high evolutionary deck. Yeah, I really feel like Misty Knight's fallen off in recent popularity. Cool to see her
Locked
getting some
and
work.
loaded. So, how are we gonna stop the guy who just turned all of New York into a discount Halloween store?
Spirit Halloween.
We must weaken Nightmare before we confront him. By breaking his hold. Any further questions?
Behold the Eye of Agamotto. Alright. Some dialogue options.
So we take
cool.
orders from this sockhead now? Who is he anyway?
I guess Hulk has a bit of intelligence in this game. Does anybody know what variant of Hulk this is with the runes and a relatively decent intelligence? If anybody knows which specific Hulk this is, definitely comment down below.
He's a friend, Hulk. Sleepwalkers are
My real name is impossible to pronounce in most mortal tongues, but you may call me Sleep.
Okay,
Fine, Sleepy.
fun, kind of humorous. I'm gonna go to let's move on.
Time
Let's
is of
try
the
to get to
essence.
some more
Let us begin
gameplay
at once.
rather than the plot. If you're interested in this game,
I
I'm
must
sure
stay
you'll be seeing
here
the
to
plot.
guard the Sanctum, but I will transport you all into the dreamscape. The Orb of Agamotto requires a name. Something that...
I get to name my little anchor thing. Oh my god. Alright, let's see if it'll fit. Oh, I can't do Jimmy Jack Bag of Donuts. Can't do I Can Has Cheeseburger. We need a name to... Or 69. Nice. Okay, so I'm a child. We're gonna go with Earth 69. Nice.
It is inscribed in the annals of Agamotto. Arise.
No, I don't want that team name.
Let's move out.
Oh man, I hope it lets me change that. No, I don't want to follow the guide. I want to change the... No, I don't want to... No, damn. I don't want to be team bunch of random numbers. Okay, so... different modes it looks like standard story, Nightfall, Crimson Campaign, Rune Raid, Fabled Finds, Treasure Hunt. Battle Bonanza might be like a PvP. That sounds like it could be a PvP one. Story content. Gifts. Okay. So it seems to really be locking me into... It's doing that tutorial thing where it's like really locking me into a certain path. Defeat all enemies, win within 60 seconds, all heroes must survive.
It is time for you to face the truth you fear, Scarlet Witch. You are but the vessel of Cathal. Without his gifts, without the dark
So this is
and
not a
chaos
click
magic,
skip like some of the other stuff have been, probably hitting the play
Watch.
pause button over there would do it, but we'll let a little bit
No.
of it run.
If I lose control of the Darkhold now, the whole world will descend into chaos.
No more mutants.
I must retrieve those
Do you
pages.
think we'll ever see a mutant-based Scarlet Witch in any of these
Insufferable
modern games?
Out of
Or a
my way.
mutant-based like Quicksilver? I feel
No need to call an
we have
exterminator.
permanently
We're on duty.
lost Squirrel Girl and Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Now, Squirrel Girl actually makes reference to it in Rivals. In one of her, like, load-in chatter things that she does, she's like, so I have a genetic anomaly that gives me this tail, but I'm not a mutant. Don't ask me what the difference is. I was like, okay, that's funny, and that's kind of topical, because it is rather infamous now that Squirrel Girl was a mutant and then had to start telling people that, like, she wasn't. So, we have character classes: Striker, Fighters, Defenders, and Controllers. Seems like Hulk is going to be Defender. Okay. Sleepwalker is going to be a Controller. And Misty's going to be a Striker. So we're missing the Fighter, which is probably like a melee, like a Daredevil-y kind of thing. She can deal lots of damage at range, so maybe she'll go in the back row. So maybe this will be a placement thing? Okay, so...
Let me at them!
Sounds obvious. Yep. Okay. Cool. Let me do the deploy, and I'll do it.
Locked and loaded.
In position.
This makes standard RPG sense over here.
Who's next?
Looks like everybody will get hit by this AoE. Cool. Debuff the one with the most hit points?
And gotcha!
It'd be nice,
Stay
like,
alert.
can I figure out what one of these things is? It would be nice if I could tell... chain attack. Alright, cool. I wonder how I find out what the abilities actually do. Like a debuff one, what is the
Who's
debuff?
next?
Standard damage makes sense. Nope. Alright, so too far away, so let's cancel that. Let's be smart. Single target.
Stay
Oh!
alert.
A grouping ability. And then the AoE. Okay. Fun. I don't think we need to worry about any of these heals yet. Let's try an ultimate, even though this thing is basically dead.
In the name of Dream Justice, I expunge you!
Damn.
Yep, still the strongest there
He
is.
kind of looks like a thinner Skeletor. When the screen was loading in, I sort of like saw him out of the corner of my right eye, and I was like, Skeletor? Yeah, kind of looks like Skeletor with like a Nova Corps badge, maybe? Experience and whatever this is. Tactical reports. Here, oh. Okay, I guess it's one where maybe we're going to use items to level up characters that we want. Alright, can we go back? Will it let us? Okay, it's letting us go back. I want to see if I can get into some... Can I edit? Oh, yes, I can edit. Okay, chat, what are we gonna name this thing? Yeah, you know, Team Napalm Dawn seems kind of on the nose and everything. Let's try to think of... Okay. Smell my finger. It's gonna... apparently, names can't contain special characters or punctuation. Oh, the apostrophe? Okay, can't do the space either. Yep, Okay, cool. Looks like there'll be alliances in this. Not too sure what a support hero is. It says I have to be level 10. Maybe it's like buddies? There's a UID over there, so maybe that's like a Nintendo friend kind of a deal. Maybe that's how you're gonna find people in this. Let's bring that back up. So there's my UID. If you want to friend me, 344-1346. Go ahead and send a request, and I will accept it. Hitting the hamburger. Okay, so back to the dreamscape. There's mail. I think we have stuff waiting because of pre-registration. So this looks like it is for binding my account to a login. It seems like a lot. 5,000, that's looks like it's a lot of something. And 10 keys. Psylocke, maybe? Psylocke, nice. Okay, Swift Butterfly dashes over the field. Yeah, I'll take a Psylocke. Mysterious Ally. I wonder if that's like a distress call from Marvel Avengers Alliance. 50k of those things, and 20k or 20 Wondrous Norn Stones. Alright, well, we'll claim them.
Looking for a professional. You found her.
Okay, don't recognize that voice actress. We don't want to return to the screen. Okay, so we have to use this back arrow rather than the Android one. I wonder if I can bring her into the next fight. Because that would be cool. Maybe she'll be like a melee character.
Careful! Left unchecked, the magic in a single Darkhold page can manifest anything!
I kind of imagine this voice actress could also be the voice actress for Magic in a game. Like, I get Scarlet Witch, but I also think Magic
New York anymore.
would be valid. Deals additional Alright. So a little bit of synergy there. Maybe like the Hulk debuff and then Misty Knight does it. Interesting. Lanes. We know Hulk does some AoE, so how about Hulk goes here? Psylocke goes up front with him.
On it.
And Misty over here alone?
Locked
Can I
and
do
loaded.
more than 3? No, it looks like that's a swap arrow. Yep, okay. Bunch of AoE and weaker over here, and single target and stronger over there. Let's see how this plays out. I'm surprised we're seeing something like this already. Okay, there's the AoE.
Again.
Looks like Psylocke. The Psylocke may maybe have like a free follow-up.
I'm not playing.
Oh, very similar to her Marvel Rivals ultimate, and she jumped. She jumped lanes, so apparently, okay, so that sword down maybe is like an attack down, and that is a debuff.
And gotcha!
Again.
Oh, Psylocke's fun. She's adding extra attacks over here. Alright, so she can't make it.
Free suckers!
Can Hulk get over there? Psylocke was gonna go the long way until I told her to dash over. She bears a strong resemblance to her Marvel Rivals character. So again, points for Unity. Team level up. Alright, let's see if we can't figure out a way to use these. Yeah, okay. Maybe we're gonna be led into it now. Go back to the Sanctum. It wants me to check out Hulk's details. Yep, there's the pages. Is it gonna force me to... Oh. Okay, good. It does want me to get other heroes, so can I go back? Please, please, Mr.
Got your
President,
back out
follow the
there.
guide.
As long as you got mine.
It wants me to be 3 for everybody, so...
I'll
Let's
do what I
hopefully we'll
must.
have enough. I see what could be a star meter. This might be like the stars in Marvel Strike Force. That's kind of a shame. Don't you all miss the days when you get a character, and you don't build up to a character, you don't collect shards, you don't get stars to make them better versions of themselves. You get the character, and that's it. It would be nice if
This is what I've trained for.
some Marvel games would lean back into that. And oh, out of reports. Okay, well, Sleepwalk stays at 2. Probably because it didn't expect me to have Psylocke. I think I get it. It was like you kind of fucked up there, and you put a little bit of resources into Psylocke, and now you don't have
This
enough
is
for
what I've.
Sleepwalk.
Got
But
your
okay.
back out there.
Tough. I would like some Psylocke. Looks like I can get some rewards because I downloaded everything. Neat. I don't know what that currency is yet. Guidebook. Classes and... yeah, okay, we know that. Enemy skills. Oh, okay, so there's a little timer bar on enemies as to when something is going to come in. Let's do one more battle, and then we will go ahead and call it a video, and we will touch base with this game as we get a little further in. Maybe I'll get to cover this game more regularly if there's like some interesting synergies and everything. Let's go with what we've got. Sleepwalk. Sorry, you're going to take a back seat. This enemy's going to use a skill. Okay. Long press any character. Elite Warlock. Melee, range, continuously summons brute. Okay, so we want to kill that guy fast. Otherwise, he's probably going to fill up the battlefield. The debuff won't get there. Let's go for a single target. Yeah, I like Psylocke. That little extra attack she does seems pretty cool. Debuff because everybody's kind of packed in, including the guy we want to get rid of fast. Our health seems okay. Let's try and dash over here, maybe we'll reposition her. Cool. Let's see what the Psylocke ultimate is. Let's see if it's like Rivals. Yes, to a degree. A little more tornado-y. Oh, I think everybody's dead. Oh, no.
Freeze, suckers!
Again.
That freeze sucker is a little on the nose. It's a little Jackie Brown. But that's honestly, Misty Knight's always kind of been portrayed that way. She was portrayed that way in
That all you got?
Marvel Avengers Alliance too. A little bit of the blaxploitation era of 70s films and everything. But if it's part of the character, then, you know, obviously she's been written that way for a while. I don't think anybody's really going to be offended by it at that point, but like I can see how it's
This
possible.
binding spell should be enough to make you stay put. There. The dark hold is stable for the time being. It will guide
It
us to the
might
missing
be the
pages.
Rivals actress. We'll have to check that out. Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I feel like we've done, you know, a solid 30 minutes or so of this, and I think we are getting a feel for it. So I'm gonna continue to play it, and we will definitely touch base with the game in future videos. A reminder, this Friday I will not be streaming on Twitch, as I will be working, but Friday, July 4th, I will be. So if you're in the States, come on by my Twitch channel from 3 to 5 Eastern, nice and early before fireworks and everything, so we won't interfere with July 4th, blow your fingers off festivities. And I have some good news about the streaming and everything. we'll go ahead and talk about that on Friday, July 4th, and then stay tuned to the channel tomorrow for Thursday night fights. It's going to be a fun one. Thursday night fights here on G4G for Marvel Avengers Alliance Redux Beta 6.04. Have a good one, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video.